Okay, there's a variety of ways of doing the problem, and kind of looking at it, I'm going to say that if the way you see it is the way you see it, all right. So I'm going to say if you see it as a really simple pattern problem, that's fine. But what I'm going to do is I want to do it in two separate ways because I notice I have two separate answers over here, and this would be 5m minus 4. But what I notice is the top is factorable, and I'll write it down for you. It's going to be 25m squared minus 16 times 25m squared plus 16. Now, someone says, what are you seeing there? The difference of perfect squares. I'm seeing it, right? 25 times 25 is 625. M squared times n squared is m4. The two middle terms would disappear, and 16 times 16 is 256. Right, then what would I say? Well, I'd see the 25m squared minus 16 is also the difference of perfect squares. What would that give you? 5m minus 4, 5m plus 4 times 25m squared plus 16 all over 5m minus 4. And what happens? A nice cancellation. And what are you left off with? 5m plus 4, 25m squared plus 16. And again, if a student did that way, I'd say good job. It's a good job. It really is. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So what I'm going to claim over here is there's probably another way of doing it, though. And I think that's what Wells is looking forward to, that you see a pattern to these problems. Not difference of perfect squared necessarily, but something else in the problem. So I want to write that down for you. And as I do that, I'm just going to write the top down as, 5m to the fourth power minus, well, it's going to be a tough one. That's going to be what? 4 to the, did I do it right? Yeah, 4 to the fourth power. Let me see if that's right. 5 times 5 is 25, 125, 625. That's pretty good. 4 times 4 is 16, 64, 256. Looks pretty good. And what do you get on bottom? 5m minus 4. And then what they notice, the top is really just a very simple pattern problem. So it's going to be 5m minus 4. And it's kind of complicated, but I'll write it down for you. Well, let's see. It's going to be 5m to the third power plus 5m to the second power times 4 plus 5m times 4 squared plus 4 cubed. And certainly I want to go through it, but the first thing I notice about this is that there's a cancellation, conditional, but there's a cancellation. And let me write down what you get. All right, what would you get? Well, 5 cubed is 125 m cubed. Let's do the next term. That's 25 times 4, which is 100 m squared. What's next term going to be? 16 times 5 is 80m, and then 4 cubed is 64. You're getting that. Now, someone's going to say, I wonder, does this lead to this? And it does. Let me quickly go through that for you. 5m times 25m is 125 m cubed. 5m times 16 is going to be 80m. 4 times 25m squared is 100m squared. And 4 times 16 is 64. Are we getting the terms? Of course we are. Everything's working out as advertised. Thank you.